Hello, and welcome. Today, I'm playing The Forest. Yay! I've already played quite a lot this game, and I'm really looking forward to playing a bit more. So, let's get started. To explain what's just happened, we've been in a plane crash, obviously, and our son has been captured by cannibal mutant things who are on the island trying to track me down as well. So I've got to get out of here because any second now they'll be on their way. So I'm grabbing some basic loot, some basic supplies and resources, and I'm just gonna, run for it. Is the, easy way to say it. Smash this case open. You can get some decent loot from these sort of locked cases if you smash them open. Normally energy bars and cloth and things like that. Sometimes tennis balls, which I don't think are used for anything at the moment other than just throwing at zombie, or not zombie. They're not zombies, they're cannibals. Should make that clear. But imagine, I don't know, they're kind of like the weird mutants you get in I Am Legend. That's what I've always, sort of thought they were like. They don't tend to go out in the day, and they, are kind of human but kind of not. So yeah, we best avoid them. Let's go this way. To explain what the meters in the bottom right are, we have our health, which is indicated in red on the left. The centre thing is our hunger, so that's a sort of a stomach there. Temperature next to that, which obviously is that little temperature gauge. That doesn't seem to go up and down much, so I'm not sure if it's working yet. And we've got our the white sort of meter that goes up and down. That's our stamina, and the blue one next to it is the energy, and they're kind of linked. So our energy will eventually go down a bit, and I won't be able to sprint for as long, and I'll have to eat or drink something to sort of get my energy levels back up to par. Yeah, I'm looking around quite a lot here because obviously the enemies are around everywhere, and they are pretty terrifying when you actually come across them. The combat in this isn't very good at the moment. I should explain as well, this is a early access game. It's been very popular actually. It's one of the, I think it's the top selling game on Steam at the moment, so it's doing really well for itself. But it is in early access, so it's not very how you say that, not very well developed, if that makes sense. There's plenty there's plenty to the world at the moment, but obviously there are loads and loads of glitches and loads of bugs and loads of stuff that needs rebalancing, like the combat. So grab some berries here. These are healthy berries that you can eat, and they'll replace your hunger and energy. There's another type of berry that can sometimes deceive you, and they are poisonous, unfortunately, so you've got to keep an eye. So as I'm sort of going through the forest, I'll be collecting resources that we'll need for later. You'll see you can pick up the three main things that you can use to build with are logs, sticks and stones. So I'll be gathering a lot of them. The stones and sticks you can sort of find lying around on the floor, but you can also for sticks you can also chop down little trees like this. Oh yeah, what I just did there was I've got some dark horrible mud, and I've covered my skin in it, so I think it's meant to make me more stealthy. I don't know. It will do something. Now, this here, what I'm looking at, this is one of the cannibals. That's going to be after us. Pretty nasty. As you can see, they've got really long, horrible teeth and are not friendly in the slightest. So I'm going to leave this place. I need to find a place to set up a base, actually. A place to set up a base. Around here could be a good place if this lake has fish in it, especially because a lot of these little ponds have fish in, and you can actually fish them for food, which is quite useful. Not all of them have them in though, as it said. As I've said, it is early access, and a lot of stuff is implemented that isn't actually in the game yet. if you know what I mean. So there's not, not every pond is populated with fish, whereas it probably should be. Come across a sort of a camping party or something here. There's not much here, so I'll move on my way. Always keeping an ear out for enemies though, because they're pretty vicious, and they're pretty acrobatic when they can, get to you. They can climb up trees, they can jump all over the place and charge at you, and they're best avoided. So this looks promising as a good place. You get these massive trees in the forest that look all impressive, but actually they're just sort of a texture at the moment. They're not even an object. You can just walk straight through them. So yeah, I might build here. It's fairly secluded, and it's on the top of a hill, so I don't know, it feels defendable. Whether that's the case, we'll soon find out. So yeah, I'll introduce the survival guide that we have with us, that we picked up at some point. What you have here is, this is basically our building menu, so we go through these options here and it will be the stuff that we can build, so fires and shelter, storage, custom builds, and what else? Furniture, traps, food, boats, and effigies, which I'll get on to each one in turn. But first of all, we've got the basics of survival, which is a small 4 or 5 step guide to surviving. So it shows you, first of all, building a base. So this is one of the... Oh, I could just hear things there. Maybe I'm going mad, maybe I'm not. I'll just pop this down here. This is how... I can definitely hear something. I can hear screaming. I don't know whether that's just ambient noise or something coming. Anyway, this is how building works. You get a sort of ghost outline which you can rotate and move around, and once you have it, you press E and you can add objects to it. So you see the rocks and the sticks that I've gathered already are slowly adding towards the total of that. If I collect a few more sticks, that didn't have anything. This will. There we go. Just add these to it, and I'll get some logs in a section, and I'll show you how to get them, because naturally you get them from big trees. It's pretty good. You can chop down almost every tree in the forest, which is a nice, I don't know, it's a nice feature. It's nice to have that much control over your environment. It would take you ages if you did try to chop down all of them, though. That would be a really silly thing to do. Chop, 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 chopping wood. So this is kind of how it works. There's a nice animation. Right, there we go, and we chop it all the way, and it eventually falls over. Oh, it's got stuck on the tree, and it spins. There we go, it turns into lots of different logs. So there's about 4 or 5 here that have just fallen down. Where's my shelter? It's over here. There we go, don't get lost. So you can only carry 2 at a time, so you're going to have to keep making a sort of a round trip. You can build... I thought I saw another log then. Yeah, you can build like log storers, so that you can sort of gather logs and then hoard them in one place to use them later. But that doesn't... I don't think it works at the moment for something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to place logs down. So I'm going to continue to chop at these trees. Always keeping a bit of an eye out, as I've said before. Horrible nasties will come for you at the worst possible times. I will show them off at some point, maybe in another video, if they don't appear in this one. So, knock that one down as well, and we'll have ourselves a shelter any moment now. Let's hurry back over there. Oh, as you can see, my energy sort of started to get a lot lower now, so... Oh, I need a couple more, but first of all, I'll show off the inventory. So by pressing I, brings up your inventory, sort of all our stuff in our backpack. And it has stuff like our hatchet, some money that we can use to burn, which is the only use for it out here. We have a lighter for light, and other bits and bobs that we can use for crafting. Just an example of that, if you add booze and cloth into a thing, you press R, or right mouse button rather, and you can get yourself a Molotov cocktail, which is useful. So I'll quickly have a drink of not cola or whatever it is. Then that gets my energy back to full, which is nice. There they are, 2 logs. And it started to rain, which is just perfect. Just dandy. If only, yeah. It couldn't get any worse from this, could it? It really could. What's that? Oh yeah, these are 2 lizards. Lizards are quite useful. If you chop them up, you can cook them to eat, and you can wear their skin as armour, which is a nice little touch. So the oh, I dropped the logs. Oh bugger! I would have gotten away with that if I. Ah, damn it. Okay, let me introduce you to the cannibals. Oh god, I'm in trouble. I need to. There's nowhere I'm gonna. Oh yes, no, I have the Molotov. I can use this. If I can get them grouped together a bit more. There you go, just like that. Oh no, I missed them! Oh my god, that was awful, that was dreadful. Let me see if I can't craft... Oh no! 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 Run away! Oh my god, let me get it out. Quickly! Run away! Oh my god, combat is so hard in this at the moment. It'll take, they can take a good 5 or 6 hits before they're dead. With me, I'm lucky I survived that first one. Let's get them. Oh, okay, that was close. Let me get my axe. Quickly, quickly. I think they tell when you're in your inventory. So, oh, he jumped. Oh God, where is he? There he is. Get him. Just flailing massively. Oh, I think one of them is definitely on fire then, so that saved me some trouble. That one's just gotten up. Get back down, you silly arse. Oh no! Something. Oh, get. As I said, this is quite tense. Yep. Okay, yeah, that guy was actually dead, who was just sort of walking around. He just didn't know it yet, and yeah, when they die, they seem to explode a bit into a million pieces. Gotta make sure they're dead though, because they don't go down easy. Oh heck. There we go, get them all. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was intense, and I'm sure there was one more. Absolutely sure there was another. Gonna quickly pop. Oh, I don't have any. If I had some medicine, I might be able to find some in these chests. But if I had some, I could increase my health up a bit. No, just that tennis ball, which I don't need. Oh dear. God, I would have gotten away with that then if I didn't drop those logs. Because they, it's all stealthy you need to be. You need to hide from enemies. Because they were just sort of... That's where I heard him. Yeah, they can... they do just roam around, and sometimes they don't notice you. But yeah, I made a noise and they came running. So let me get back on track. We were building, weren't we? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, there he is. All right, I found that these guys are probably the toughest that you can fight. So, oh come on! No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Get down into the dirt. God. Right, there we go. He's taken care of. We can pick up these body parts as well. We can use them eventually, so I'll keep them handy. So yeah. Oh dear. I'm pretty sure he was the last one, so I think we're in the clear now. Let me get back to what we were doing properly this time. So yeah, just a couple more logs and I'll build myself a shelter. I'll go through a bit more on building, but I won't build every item that you can because that would take hours. So I'll just sort of go through and... Is this actually working? There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'll go through and sort of show you what you can build. Yeah, falling trees don't actually hurt you in this, so they just sort of bounce off, which is nice. Cool, grab 2 of them. I'm pretty sure I only needed 2, so quickly, before I forget, have a bit more soda for energy. And pop them down, and we have our very own shelter, which is where we can sleep out the night for when it does get dark. Eventually it will, and we can save our game here. Unfortunately though, saving isn't implemented in this version of the game. It will be in time, so that's something we got to look out for, which would be nice. So yeah, at the moment every time you close you do have to restart, which is a bit of a pain, but eventually we'll get there. So the next thing that we can build, if I go along to the fire section, is fire, of course. As this thing here is a fire pit, which is the more upgraded version of the standard sort of fire and torch combination, I guess. I'm just gonna leave that like that for now, and I'll quickly, skip through to all the other stuff you can make. So this is the log holder I was explaining about. It's a bit of a, sort of a frame, quite simple for holding logs. Custom buildings. So these are quite interesting because instead of having your own little shelter, you can have proper big bases if you really wanted to. You can have doors and walls and platforms and stairways and windows and defensive walls, which are very interesting. So let me just pop one down there. That kind of fits in almost. It's a little off each side, but yeah, if I add a load of logs to there, I'll have myself a defensive wall, which is nice. Moving on very quickly to what's next? Furniture. There's nothing in furniture at the moment, so we'll move on to traps. Now, if you wanted to defend yourself at night, these are perfect because, well, hopefully you can get one of the enemies to run into it. This is the happy birthday trap, which is a nice name for it, I think. But yeah, it comes along, trips the thing, runs into a wall of spikes. Never know what hit him. Well, he probably does if he sees it. But anyway, moving on. Gardens. These are another thing in the game. So if you can collect little plants and seeds and grow your own berry bushes, which are nice, and rabbit cages as well. So I've never been able to actually build these properly, but apparently you can have rabbits in them and they will multiply and grow, and you can sort of hunt them for food, which is nice. Another thing are boats. I don't think you can build them just yet, but yeah, they're in the game. You can have them eventually. And a houseboat, which sounds amazing. It's like a sort of shelter on the water. And another thing, effigies, which I'll show a bit more of. These are just basically bits of body parts that I've collected up, which I can sort of add to a totem, and it scares off enemies, allegedly. Oh yeah, one thing I should have mentioned about fire is that also apparently scares off enemies, and you can put torches round which are light up the area and make it a little bit more safer. But I don't think, however, these are working as of yet. I don't think effigies or torches stop enemies from walking in, so yeah, it's all, it's all future stuff. And honestly, this game shows so much promise, and it's so much fun to play now as it is, and yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, definitely gets a thumbs up from me. So that's just about it, I reckon. Yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll have some more stuff in the future. I'll have probably other games to show off, and more of the forest, definitely. I'll probably make a video on finding the cannibals and going into the caves that they live in under the forest, because that will be fun. Yeah, I will see you all next time.